So as you guys can see, we are sitting at a 1456. I did scale up quite a bit again last night. You guys are going to start to think I'm cheating because as soon as I get on camera, I can't win a game, it seems like. But off camera, I've been on a heater and it's been going very, very well. So I did hit 1456. And as you can see, the highest rating I've been to is 1466. We're 10 rating points behind. I'd love to be able to hit that today in this video, which will be the goal. But I wanted to take a look quickly at the last 7 days because we are now 7 days into the challenge, 7 days into the channel. And as you can see, I'm up 47 rating points in the last week, and it's been a wave. And this is very typical. I think everybody in chess can relate to this. It's always a wave up and down quite a bit. And so I do want to update weekly, monthly on what the ratings are looking like, how things are changing. But with that being said, let's jump into the first game. All right, game number one, we are going up against Leo 345, 1464. All right, so we get the Caro-Kann, and we're going to see what kind of variation Leo likes to play here. Generally speaking, advance, exchange, or knight protects is always what we're going to see here in some general sense. So one of those three moves is what I'm expecting. If they do some kind of alien gambit, guys, I am prepared. Don't worry. For the most part, I can defend that pretty nicely. Rocking the monster again, guys. There's definitely a caffeine addiction here. Awesome. Now we do have the advance. All right, so we go C5 with the advanced variation. By the way, guys, 18 subscribers. Literally need 2 more to get to that 20. So if you can help me out, hit that subscribe button if you like the video. And hopefully you guys are enjoying the content. Let me know what you're thinking down below in the comments from the videos and what you're liking about the video so far. We get a normal variation here. All right, and he goes bishop out. So some instances playing queen a5 here is good, and it just really forces him to take instantly, and that doesn't seem so bad. I'm just wondering if that is the play here, or if it's maybe to go out, maybe even just block it in. We're gonna go queen a5 here, and he's gonna take. We're gonna see what happens. Really just trying to isolate these pawns and create a weakness for me to attack long term. I'm going to expect he's going to take. Wow, so he goes queen a4 and just throwing pressure, saying, let's queen trade already. And guys, that's interesting. And queen trade here, there's definitely nothing wrong with a queen trade. Here, definitely nothing wrong with a queen trade. See here, he takes, I take, and he takes. And now we've got a weakness. I am still pinned, but I can bring my my bishop out, my pawn, get ready to castle. Yeah, let's play the endgame. Why not? And we need endgame practice, guys. My endgames are usually pretty weak. So we are going to get into this endgame. We're going to take this pawn. We have this pawn now as after it takes as a weakness to go for, which I will target by going the standard plan of getting the knight to f5, having this knight here. For now, we are going to bring the bishop out to this square because the knight has not landed yet. And so we'll go e6, not locking our bishop into the pawn chain, but making sure it gets out and see what he does. And that's pretty expected. Knight f3. So e6. Yep, knight f5. Coming back with this, I mean, I can do that, but he just moves because there's no pin. There's no reason for him to stay now that there's no, does not want me to give this check. Okay. I mean, definitely makes sense. Meeting him with this, just ensuring and also getting rid of that bishop. But then I feel like this, he just takes, and then I'm kind of wasting a move in a sense almost. Just developing probably is the way here. I'd like to get this bishop, maybe slide it back and then get the knight on that f5 square. So if I go here, he can go here or here as safe squares for progression, or he can go back directly as well. I'm going to go here because I feel like he's going to move. So I'm going to go knight f5, just keep the bishop here and stick it around. Knight f5, bishop e7, castle. He's probably going to get the rook out to protect this when I do go for that pawn, or he's going to get the bishop here as well. So he goes here. There is a square here for him to go, potentially looking at a square like this, which I don't want the knight at. That is definitely a very uncomfortable square for him to be, but I can always take it after I get the rook here, and I can win a pawn if he does try to go for this. So we're going to go knight f5. We are just attacking this now. So I'm fully expecting just bishop e3 to protect the pawn, or rook here. But I would think he'd want to get his rook from the A file over to d1 as opposed to the f rook. But could be wrong. We'll see what he does. Okay, so this is weird. Now I suppose I can't take the pawn yet because obviously takes, or Hold on, takes, and then of course my knight is pinned, so I can't take it yet. See, what does this move do? It kind of induces me to play h6 and just create the loop first and just see if he wants to go back, then I play this, and then he wants to take. It's like at least I got my h6 pawn up, but I have that loop for the king. That seems to make sense, but then I'm also moving just backwards with the knight again. But we're gonna do it because that is part of the plan either way. Actually, h6 first. Let's go h6, see what he wants. With that bishop, he's probably just gonna have to go back. I mean, going here, I can just take it, right? But then it's not so clear. It's here, take here, or here, takes. Where do I go with my bishop? I mean, I guess I can go back, but the bishop's just really not doing anything there. And his bishop is going to be staring into nothingness. I'm just going to go here. I need to get my king castled. That's got to be the priority, getting him to safety. In this way, we can play chess and not worry. Okay, so he does take. He doesn't want me castling and getting rid of that pin. So now I'm going to have to look at something like c5 at some point, and trying to get this weakness fixed, so that he's not able to target it long term. I'm shutting down the entry square for the knight here with that pawn though for now, so that's good. Okay, so now castles first and foremost, and then we're gonna be looking at c5. This is also now just available to take and open up the king a little bit, but I'm not sure if that's worth it at this point. This is tempting. But also this is needing to happen. I'm thinking rook f c8. So this way, this c5 push does become a little bit smoother. There's also rook b8 here, going for this, but then I feel like just this. Maybe I go a5 because he's probably looking at this, and that's a little bit of an annoying move. But if I just go c5 right away, then it doesn't become a problem. But hold on, c5 takes. Does he have some kind of annoying discovery attack? I guess he could just go back and then I can just protect it, or I can slide back. So there wouldn't really be an issue there. I do want to get rid of this pawn here. So we're going to go c5. This seems to make a lot of sense. I think takes. I'm going to take with the bishop. And that's exactly what we see. So I do get this, and let's see if he does some kind of like knight here or something like that. Okay, so he doesn't go knight here. He does go knight here, though. So what I got to be careful about is this square and this square are both being threatened by the knight. With this square, I can take with the knight, so that would be fine. But with this square, I could not, and I don't want him getting in there and attacking my piece, so I could just slide back this way. I think I would be completely fine stopping this square. If he goes there anyways, I take it, and we'll be totally okay at that point. So yeah, we're going to slide back this way, just protecting here. I'm going to, if he goes here, I'm going to just take it, and then I'm going to go rook d8 and target that. Taking it might be risky. Especially being that this bishop is right here. If the knight's not really doing a ton in this square, I guess it is just stopping it's stopping me from getting my rooks onto these files, I suppose. Okay, so he goes king h1, just seemingly a waiting move. That makes me just want to take his bishop and now just open up the king further. But somehow there should be some way to target this pawn here. I could go for the rook trade, go for the open file here. That's definitely a way as well. This and this kind of gets me some pressure on this pawn. Again, there's this square. I'm not too worried about it yet. We're going to go rook c8. Rook c8 here. If he attacks, then I'll just have to take or take here. That's a decision I have to make. See, I don't know. I see it, and he does play it. I think it's inherently risky. Takes. Okay, let's say takes. Takes. I go here. He is protecting with his bishop. I go here. Okay. And how do I safely get another attacker on that piece? I also could go takes. No, taking. I don't really want to take that there, but I don't think he can hang on to this pawn. That's what I'm trying to say here. Takes, rook here, just coming and stopping it. His only protector now is the bishop. He could then come in with the rook. No, he couldn't, because I still have the bishop here. But he could come in this way. I'm going to take it. I don't think he can hang on to this pawn, guys. I think it's going to be very tricky for him to hang on to this pawn. We'll play rook d8, and now it's just a matter of trying to find a way to get this pawn back, of which there's probably a few ways to do so. Okay, so he goes this way, trying to get my bishop, I suppose, which I guess is a move. I don't see the purpose in just getting the bishop, other than I guess he just wants me to open up my king, which obviously I don't want to do. I could just go here. He also could go this way or this way, this or this. Not that he can't go here, or he can't go here, but he can go here. So what about knight here as well? So bishop back. or here. One of those two moves. And knight here. It's a bit of an annoying move, I suppose. But rook here. Knight has a couple squares, but not really. It allows me to double up my rooks. At the very least, we're just going to go here. I don't need to go back into the h7 square, I don't think. This square looks totally fine as well. Not really a way to attack the bishop with this square. Okay, we're going to go here. If this, then I'll go here. And then I'm looking at somehow doubling up the rooks if I can just get the knight to move in some capacity. And obviously, I'm going to start bringing the king as well. And the king will just be a protective piece for this pawn not promoting, essentially. The whole game now resides on this pawn not promoting. Okay, so that seems like a mistake because instantly I look at this move, I'm forking pieces, and knight has to move. If he does, or if he protects it, well, he doesn't actually have to move. He could take it with the bishop, but then I win the pawn. That's the whole point. But here, what about here? That's not a very reliable piece that is going to be able to protect that pawn. King comes in, and I'm winning that. All right, so this looks really good. This looks really good here. Threatening to take the pawn, threatening to trade the bishop for the knight, which is the protector of the pawn for now. This is a move to protect, followed by maybe a doubling of the rooks, Okay, so here, if I take, and he took, and I went king f8, and he doubled, and I went king e7. First of all, there's no checks. He doesn't have any checks there. And then I went, okay, now this works. But this actually stops him from doubling the rooks, first and foremost. But then it also allows him to do this, which I'm not ready for him to play. Because if he goes here, he's now forcing my main defender of that promotion and he's actually, okay, so I need to take the knight. I need to take the knight here, and I need to go king f8, and I need to go king e7. And this looks like it's going to be winning that pawn that we'd been fighting for. I knew that taking that was the right play. It looks like it's going to pay itself off by cashing in a pawn here. Obviously, he's going to take, and we're going to go king f8. He's probably going to go here, and I'm going to go here. And this should be winning the pawn. And then it will be just about converting the position, which trading the rooks off, of course, would help doing. King f8 here. First I play this, just stopping him from winning the pawn after I play this. Potential, probably good idea. I don't want him to win the pawn after that. We're going to play king f8 first, just indicating that, hey, I'm coming with the king. If you want to double your rooks, you're going to have to do so. Okay, he just decides, I don't want you to do that at all, so I'm going to just check you. Okay. Sounds good. King f8 here is no longer possible. Oh, wow. Did I just completely screw the game? At the very least now, I am going to be losing an exchange. That's what's going to happen here. Yeah, I have to just leave. There's nothing I can do there. And I'm going to be losing an exchange. Wow. Okay, so king f8 was not the right play here. What was the right move? Just going here, but then still the same thing. What was the right move? Was there a right move? Now he's going to double the rooks. I can go here. Man, yeah, suddenly it's not looking so good. It's not looking so good. Man, like, this always happens when I start the camera. I start playing on the channel, and things are just not going my way. Now, there it is. All right, so we're down an exchange. The game is not over. 2 rooks, and he is up. Just a full exchange, and we've got the same amount of pawns. And so this is still completely winnable. F6, I got E4 or D4 here. Now my D pawn is looking like the best piece that I have, or best chance of winning. So D, that just allows this though, to which I always have just sliding back and protecting this way. And there's no reason to be nervous about that. If he comes all the way in, I go here, and I'm still attempting this move. Going here, he has to move. If he just goes and attacks, and I have this, and he obviously can't take. This looks really good. This will cement the bishop in there. Just tell him that you can't take it back. Go here. E4 kind of cements everything in as well. Whoa, guys? What just happened? Just give me his rook. What was that? Oh my goodness. He tossed his rook. What was that? I have no idea. I think he's gonna he's gonna resign. Oh my goodness. Wow. Very interesting game. So my opponent played with a 65%, I play with a 67.1. Let's take a look at this game. So we have a normal advanced Caro-Kann. So doing a5 is good, but not the best, and trading queens there was the best. Everything is pretty standard here. I slide back so that I can bring my knight out, but it'd rather me just go for the push of the pawn here and go for b5 directly, but I didn't. Oh, okay. So, it wants me to go here. Reason being is if I take here, then that's hanging. So you slide back, and then I open up your king. Ah, very tactical. Very tactical. And I win the pawn because of all of this. Very nice. Okay, that's a very good thing to remember. Very, very good thing to remember. Hard to see that. Very hard to see that. Okay, so here, see the same tactic is there. And the same tactic seems to be there for a little while. I do not play it, but I'm still up. Okay, so now I'm massively winning. So what is the move here? Because what I played here was, what did I play here again? I don't remember, but what's the best move here? Because obviously there's something that's completely winning. It's completely winning. Is that just taking the bishop? I don't see why that would be completely winning. Okay, he takes. It is that. And why do I have to take the bishop first? Oh, take the bishop. He takes. And then I have a fork of pieces. Wow. These tactics, guys, these tactics are so tricky. So tricky. These are the types of things that I need to be able to start seeing more of. But that's very insightful. Very good thing to see. Anyways, that's not what happened. I played that. I did take, and here, same thing. That going there was probably the better thing to do. And, also here, I can literally just kick the knight, and I'm winning the pawn. Yeah, so just so many, just tactical, easy things that I'm missing. I'm still winning. And so king f8 is where I do lose, because he does get in, and, I don't lose, where I should have lost. And then, of course, this happens. I don't know how that happened. Anyways, guys, interesting game. Came out with the win a little luckily there, but let's get into the next game. All right, so game number 2, and this is a big one. We're going up against a 1543. September 1st, 2016 is when he started playing, and I am 1464. So this game, I think this would be the highest rating win I've had, possibly, or one of, and it's for the peak, no less. So we're going to get I think this is a Grunfeld, is what this is. First reaction is to potentially just strike right at the center. See, these kinds of setups are very interesting. When they play d5 plus they have the pawn on g6. F3 and f3 as well also makes a lot of sense here. And we are going to be castling long in this setup. So we're going to go f3, preparing e4, taking with that pawn. Yeah, e4 takes, and we're totally good there. So we're going to play e4. We're going to play e5 if he allows me to. He does not. Now we're going to get the knight into f3. We've got a full center. Bishop's going to come here, queen here, and castle long. And especially if he castles short here, I have the h4, h5 ideas. Bring the bishop maybe to e2 just to support him, the knight taking this, trying to blast open the king on the short castle side. So we'll see. He might actually just go long still. But here he plays c6, indicating potentially b5. Okay. First of all, first reaction, get the bishop out, get the knight out. Any of these moves, b5 obviously coming, most likely. We'll go bishop d3 here or e3 here first, and we'll just see what his plans are. Okay, his plans are to say go away to my bishop. I don't really like that plan, so maybe I just go here and then kick him and ask him what he wants in my position. Go away. You only have these couple squares. I want to keep my bishop, so we're going to kick you away. I don't need you here. 1543. You are not going to. You're not going to take away my peak rating from me. This is happening. This is happening, guys. We are getting to that peak rating. This would actually probably be like a plus 10 or plus 10 or something for the rating. Okay, so he goes here. Very important. My pawn is hanging because the queen and the bishop are hitting it. So as tempting as this is, I guess I could still do that first because pawn is worth more than the knight. But I mean, no reason not to just protect the pawn. Protect the pawn first and foremost, and then I can kick the knight, and we'll be good. He'll have to go back here or here. He is looking like he's going to go short, which does allow queen d2 castle, and so this actually starts to allow my pawn storm because he has his knight in a weird spot that it's not supposed to be. So we'll go here. Okay, now queen d2 is what I'm looking at. Queen d2. This pawn is hit, but right now there's not enough attackers. There's also e5, which is a potential move to consider. e5 could be something to consider here. Is that a decent move? Maybe I go here first, but I do want to get castled. But g4 stops this, which I don't want him going after my bishop, but I can always slide back to bishop e3. So first we will go queen d2, and we're going to castle long, and we're going to go for this as well, along with the pawn storm. If he ever goes here, if he ever goes here, I can just go here. Okay, straightaways, he knows I'm going long, so he throws in a5. All right. Now, I don't really like castling into something like that, but I may be forced to. G4, potential move. E5, potential move. This, potential move. H4, potential move. We're going to go here. This is a pretty standard plan. Just getting this into here and going for this. And then also I have potential to, okay, so he goes straightaways there, but that runs into G4. Is it not? G4, he has this square, but G4 here, he has this square and also this, but this is not going to suffice. That square is a bit annoying for him to go to. I don't want him to trap my rook in there. I do not want him to trap my rook in there. So how do I not allow him there? I could go takes, he takes, and then I go here. That looks pretty good. Yep, let's do that. Let's not allow my rook to get trapped. There's no need to do that. We're just going to go here, and we're going to go G4. Kick the knight away. He's going to come in with B5. Everything's still secure here. Honestly, G4, when he goes back, E5, and that looks pretty good. Okay, so this allows that square again, but E5 stops it. E5 is part of my plan as well. E5. Yep, E5 looks good here. E5, block off that line of vision from the queen, and we're looking at G4 now, and then the knight would be trapped completely. Unless he brings the king back on this move, okay, or he does that. So knight now has this square, or does not have that square, can't go here, can't go here, can't go here, but he can go back. That's one square. He has a square here. He does have a square here. That would be just a loss, but that would just be a trade though. But other than that, I mean, just G4, and then we're going to just continue our attack. We don't need to worry about this move. It doesn't do anything. He's in our position, but he's not scary because there's no threat. There's no initial threat. G4, we're looking at H4, H5 as well. Maybe a move like Queen E2, Queen E3 now, just getting the knight to leave, and then potentially going here and trading. Okay, wow, just throws that. So takes, I'm opening up his rook, and that's not very good. So G5 probably is my best move here, because if I go here, he just takes, and I don't have a follow-up. So G5, I think, is the way here. We're going to go G5. Everything's still safe. Looking at this or this, and then H4, H5 on the way after the knight moves. And we're going to try and blast open that king. His king is now very vulnerable. His attack is not continued on this side yet, probably because I haven't committed my king. Just goes here trying to cement that pawn, but I'm not worried about that pawn. I'm worried about getting to your king. So if I go here, just being in line with the king, knight can still not go to either of these or any of these squares. So knight is forced to retreat now here, which I could then just take it and we'd be totally good. So we'll go here, and after this, then I play this. So here, and then what's the position after that? He goes B5. My attack is faster. I think my attack is just much faster there, and that seems to be the way. Yeah, we're gonna take. We definitely want to take there. Anytime he plays this, I can just slide up, so that's not really a worry. My knight's going to continue holding that square. And now this. See, this is why we don't rush. Because now I've just hung my C2 pawn, and that's not good at all. That is not good at all, because that completely changes things. Because now he's looking at this. Now he's looking at that. And that obviously looks juicy for him. I'm gonna have to give him these pawns probably. That's a mistake. This is a big mistake. I needed to just castle there. I needed to castle. I played too risky. Castling would have been the best move. It was super safe as well. Here is gonna be his next move. All right, so hold on. Here. So here. I go Rook D1. He has checks. I can block, and we're safe. And he brings out maybe one of his other pieces. I don't want to bring out one of his pieces. I'm going to take, or he'll take. Okay, so this is still fine. This is still okay. I think my attack is still pretty good. So we might be able to salvage this, even though he is going to get a couple pawns, because my attack on the king is going to be very big here, because I've got some big pieces ready for the attack. Knight's even ready for the attack too. But when he does, if and when he gives this check on this square, the knight's going to have to come probably this way. So we'll go rook here. Knight can cocoon in there as well. If I go here though, I am dropping this pawn. So maybe just this. And if he wants to repeat, I can repeat. Actually, I cannot do this because I lose my queen. So yeah, this is my only move. And if he just wants to repeat and draw, well, I'll take the draw. A draw, I think, would actually get me a plus something. So we'll take that if that's possible. He's probably not going to do that though. And we're going to have to try and run the king this way at some moment. as well. So after he moves, I'm thinking what he's gonna try to do here. Maybe knight could come. Maybe he rook lifts this way, trying to go for these checks as well. If he does this and I was to take and he took and I go here, he can't go here. Let's see. See what he does. Okay, so he goes knight. That's his plan. Bringing the knight out. So I'm going to take here. See, he is going for this pawn though. So maybe I go here first, but that loses the knight. Maybe I go here. Maybe I don't care about the knight. I don't know. And this is a rocky position suddenly. Hold on. Here he takes. No, here he just takes the knight. I take. He takes. Here though, he takes. I take. He takes with check. I think maybe I just bring the bishop here, and then I'm going to lose that piece, but that's going to have to be fine. Or I just go here. That works too, actually. This works. This protects everything. It unpins my knight as well. Still looking at breaking through there somehow. I don't, there's my only counterattack is breaking through there in some way. But now his pieces are all going to come alive, and this is probably not going to go well after dropping those couple pawns and not castling. Castling was literally going to put me in a position to be completely fine. And there, he does exactly that. He brings his pieces. And now opening up the position, it doesn't really help me much because then he just brings his rook. After the fact, he just brings his rook. I don't know. I'm not sure what to do here because my king is so vulnerable. My king is very, very vulnerable. We're going to keep the position closed. Now, I don't want his rook coming this way. And if I can try and find a way into that position, that's great. But I don't see that really happening, to be honest. I could look at a sack here. That might be the biggest move I could make. Here, he does maybe something like this, trying to bring his knight in. No, here he would take. Actually, that wouldn't work to take because after takes, I can now take it because my rook is unpinned. So this does work. But let's say I even can get in there. If I can take, he would take, have a check. Queen can come in after rook. Queen goes here and go this way. Guys, I know it's risky. I know. I don't see a way out of this. My best counterattack is a counterattack in some capacity and just going all in on the attack and hoping for the best. I think that's really the only move here to try and make it happen. So we're gonna slice the knight and we're gonna give this check and we're gonna hope that we can just slide in some way or another with the queen this way and just play insanely. He does have a check now. I'm probably gonna lose, guys. This is probably a lost game. Let's be honest. It is what it is. I didn't get the peak. It's fine. But if he suddenly folds under pressure, well, things could change. Things could change. I don't give that a very high likelihood. This I could just block, obviously. I could go, guys, I could go this and this, just forcing my way in. If he takes, great, I'll take. Just force my way in with this queen because as soon as I go here, he goes here and shuts everything down. Okay, so he gives a check. I'm forced to run away. Which way do I run? Probably this way. That loses my rook here. This is probably where I get mated. Okay, and there's mate. No, it's not. That's hanging. Did he just blunder? Hold on, did he just blunder? He has to leave with this knight now. He has to go away. Yeah, he has to. Only move here. He goes here, right? This is such a ridiculous attack. This is such a ridiculous. At this point, we're just having fun. Okay, so that's just no, actually, my rook is not hanging. This right? Check. No checks. Okay, this way. Check. No, I'll take it. Doesn't work. Spam checks. Okay, just go back again. Right? Don't lose my rook. Okay, hold on a second. Takes. He takes. There is no checks from the queen beside. I guess he has a check here, which I can run. Taking with the rook, I think, is the best play here. And I'm getting in. Hold on. Maybe. There's no way, right? There's no chance. Okay. Yeah, I lose my rook. And it's over. It's just over. Oh, guys, it's completely over. There's nothing there. No, it's not gonna work. Takes, maybe. He takes. Oh, it's over, guys. It's over. The fun is over. We tried. We did try and it didn't work. Yeah, it's just over. He'll take that pawn now, maybe here. If he doesn't take that pawn though, again, he's not taking the pawn. I don't know exactly why. He wants that pawn instead. Oh, oh, guys, we've had our fun. All right, we've had our fun. We'll just give him our queen and we'll resign. And no peak today, guys. It was a fun game. Unfortunately, not castling in that position. We can quickly take a look at it here. Not castling in that position was definitely what lost me the game. 100%. I think I was actually definitely in a winning position prior to not castling in that position. And we can see that here. Yeah. So we'll look at the game. Everything looks pretty normal stuff. Going like this, bringing that out, attacking that knight. Played very well. Every move was good. Doesn't want me to go here, but if I go here, he just jumps in like this, and I can just move the rook, I guess. Okay, that's why. I go here though. E5, block that sight line. These are mistakes, really? I mean, this is part of my attack though. No, his miss is not going for the push. He never did. Yes, or not even castling, just going C3. But this is really where everything fell apart. I'm actually still fine here, but quickly everything came crumbling down. Yeah, we just lost the game. So anyways, guys, if you like the video, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.